Hello everybody, and welcome to Rutskarn's Horror Attic, the least consistently branded, scheduled, and conceived Let's Play series on the internet. Today we're going to be playing World of Horror, a game I think is fucking rad, which I actually suggested for last season's Halloween, for spoiler warning. It was rejected on the basis that it wasn't especially scary, it's mostly text, and we didn't know how to play it. I still actually don't know how to play it, but we're going to ignore that. So as you can see, it looks like a 1980s Japanese RPG turn-based text adventure game, and it's apparently made by a Polish dentist within the past few years. So, God, I love indie games. Now, this is a really weird and tricky game, especially by modern standards. It apes methods of like making and conceiving of a video game that really have not been in mode since the 90s. But so it kind of has this scenario here which can get you used to how it works. There's other stuff like challenge modes, and then you can do the hardest thing, which is to play a custom playthrough. I'm going to do that just because I think it's the most interesting thing to show off. But how this game works is that basically you take on 5 mysteries chosen from a random pool of mysteries, and at the end of it there's kind of like a test where you go up against a dark power. So we're just going to hop in and see how well I do. And I think if I could change the color scheme if this gets a little too eye-bleeding, so we'll see how that works. Okay, one of the core ideas behind World of Horror is modularity, allowing you to mix and match various card packs of different content. Select card packs you want to be included. We're just going to continue. I don't know enough about this. So you can set your own seed if you want to like retry one of the random generations again, which I think is really cool. Okay, so this is the intro. It's pretty much always the same. City of Shiokawa, Japan, 1980X. I think it actually says 1984 once you get into the game. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also new unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, a Torino, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city, and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops in at the last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you finally arrived in the doomed town. I think I said Torino when I meant Trueno. that's the initial decar on the last screen. Okay, so this is the character selection screen. You can pick one of these doomed teenagers. As you keep playing, you unlock way more of these, and there's some that are very fun and interesting. I think the starting 5 are all kind of like right over the belt. So this is Haru, he's 24. Robbing the old abandoned manor was a mistake, with his friends dead and mutilated, and a vengeful horror chasing him. No speed is too high. So he has high strength, low knowledge, and he starts out with cigarettes. It has the thing, you find a lot of games where like mundane items have various abilities to kind of like restore or manage your stats. So this dude has a camera, which a lot of how this game works is that you learn there's these little items which come in handy in weird niche circumstances which have these effects, and it's one of those games where the fluency, like we're getting good at it, means not necessarily like mastering the systems on like kind of the basis of like how do these stats impact these things, but it's more about like, okay, I've learned that if you do this event after this event and you have this item, you get this special new, and of course I don't know any of that. So I've watched this game being played a lot of times. I've played it myself very few occasions, and it rarely went well. But I know enough about it that I actually made, as kind of a gift to my spouse, like a custom character based on a joke. Which is that, just, what if one of the characters is like a random American weeb who doesn't know what he's getting into? But we're gonna go with Haru just because I think he's cool. And we're gonna see how that works out. So there's plenty of like modular settings and stuff. If you're the sort of person who likes to like try it again but with new challenges and stuff unlocked, this game is really rich in that sort of thing. I've rarely been super into that. I tend to be like, listen, if I can beat it once, I'm just gonna be happy with that. There are rare exceptions. So you actually get to pick which old god you're going up against. I've got, my options are the Spider God, which is Eternal Web, you can't run from combat. Ithu, the Devouring Fire, which is both your damage and your enemy's damage is increased. There's the Towering Eye. Casting spells costs reason and increases Doom instead. Doom is like your counter, which tells you, like, okay, once this reaches 100, you're done with this run. So you got to keep this down as much as possible so you have enough left to finish your playthrough. And Mirror Horror is resting increases Doom penalty. We're going to go with Mirror Horror. I don't know if I'm going to be doing too much resting anyway, since I'm going to be trying to make it an entertaining playthrough. Banished to the other dimension long ago, Goizo has found a way to use mirrors to snare and teleport its play straight to the glass. Glimpses of horror lurking behind your reflection are just the beginning. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so this is kind of our home screen here. We've got Haru, our main character. Hard Knock, that's a +1 damage while under the nicotine rush effect. So I can smoke cigarettes to become better at combat, that well-known effect. There's a first time playing click here, which I shan't be playing, just because we're going to be relying on my best memory of how this game works. I've also gained the new status nicotine withdrawal, so I guess I should be smoking cigarettes as we go. So, in between, so you check your mailbox, it's empty. So you got 5 mailboxes, and every time you finish a mission, you get a new key that unlocks one of these mailboxes. When you unlock all of them, you can basically try to do the boss that of the run. So this is my apartment. We've got all kinds of shit that we can do in here to kind of, like, we've got this cabinet here, nothing in it, except there's a television, which, let's see, no, that's the drawer I'm selecting. Okay. Yeah, we've got the blinds, pull that open, look at scary outside. Light switch, weird, nothing happens. I think that there's some stuff that comes up here if we're like fringe events occur, but I'm not particularly keyed into any of them. So we can start a new mystery here. And the mysteries we get, we can re-roll them because you see that they are random. There's definitely, if you know what these are and you know all the different endings you can get, there's definitely always an order that you want to do these in, or at least like there's very conceivably an order you want to do them in, depending on, like, okay, so I know this one's got a heavy boss, so I want to do this after I get some items and stuff. So other actions we could do, in between cases, I could take a bath, and this will restore, like, this will restore me a little bit, and I can pick specifically if I want to, like, regain extra reason, get an XP boost, extra stamina. I think I can do that now so I can get the XP boost. I can also change my clothes. I think maybe, I got all these outfits to start out with. Now, if you know anything about my particular fandoms and hyperfixations, you might have a guess that I'm going to go with the Kiryu jacket for this guy. I can save my progress and exit the game, but the fun thing about this is if you do this, it actually fucks your save up a little bit on purpose. Like, I believe it deliberately makes everything worse when you save and exit, because it's just like, if you have to abandon your run midway through because life calls, guess what? Things get harder for this person. It's just the way it is. So I got my storage, which there's nothing in there, of course. I have to add things. And I can take a peek through my peephole, which sometimes there's creepy shit when you do that. I don't actually know if it ever... Yeah, see, there's this ghost here. I don't know if the peephole stuff ever has any mechanical impact, or if this is literally just to stun on you and make you jump. I believe it's just that, actually. I'm just going to check one more time to see if I get anything weird and creepy. Oh, it's gone. Or is it? Okay, I'm going to stop trying to scare myself, and we're just going to, watch TV. I don't know if this is ever terribly relevant. So it's got, like, various creepy things that happen here that are sometimes references to other horror. There's a lot of references to Japanese horror, Japanese folklore, Junji Ito comics. This whole thing, of course, obviously is borrowing from the mangaka Junji Ito. And this phone, I know there's some Easter eggs, like if you put in certain phone numbers from, like, Japanese pop songs. I don't know much about it. There's so much shit to unlock in this game already. And they keep having new updates every so often. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick a mystery and get started here. So go to my conspiracy wall. Vicious verses of a violent vigil. Let's see. You've received an official-looking letter. What does a law firm from Tokyo want from you? We regret to inform you of the passing of our client and your grand uncle. His funeral will be preceded by an overnight vigil as per the client's request. There's an address and a list of people expected to arrive. You don't recognize any of the names. Intrigued, you decide to check it out yourself. What's the worst thing that happened? And you got some clues as to what's going to be happening here. Investigate the mystery. Oh, I should probably smoke some of my cigarettes, huh? Because I've got my nicotine withdrawals. I actually suspect that it's the sort of thing where, like, you want to smoke a cigarette right before you need it. Or, like, you know, if you play this enough, you know, like, what the nicotine withdrawals are where they're gonna hurt you. So following the directions of the letter, you slowly fight your way through the overgrown forest path. The old mansion looks like it was torn down and rebuilt many times, but where is everybody? So explore mansion is the main thing we can do here. So they have this cute little chibi. In the mirror, you catch a glimpse of something that shouldn't be there. Plus 2% doom. So you see we started at 1, it's about to go to 3. So that was an example of a random event. Which random events you get tend to be keyed to, like, where you are. I think that it might even be as specific as, like, this random event only happens when you're doing this specific thing this specific time, but, like, often, like, there is some variability. Okay, it takes you some time, but you finally manage to find someone. Is that another guest? You should ask them what's going on in here. So, 4 actions on the right allow you to investigate the location and interact with it. 8 hours until dawn. So I can explore mansion. I am here. And I can who's that. So let's who's that. A muscular man is eyeing you as you take a step towards him. You can't help but notice a deep scar going across his cheek. Old man's body's in the master bedroom. Go in there if you want. So that's where I am here. So explore mansion presumably is just going to do that to me. Okay, you feel watched. So if I had the right item here, Holy Candle, I could use that and get a special thing here. But as it is, I'm just going to have to retreat. -2 reason. So reason is one of my 2 health stats. I've got stamina and reason. Just going to resolve that here. 1 sec. Okay, just make sure my recording is going good. Okay, resolve. Pressing a handkerchief to your nose, you enter the dark room. There's no way they allowed your granduncle to just lie here. What was the correct bow and clap order? Maybe other guests will know. So yeah, we've got clap and bow, which I guess the premise is that you use these to, like, manage spirits. I don't know. I don't have nearly enough cultural knowledge to know where this comes from, but it is also just a general purpose combat action that's available. So I go back out to the dilapidated corridor. Let's see, who's that number 2? Young woman wrinkles her nose when she notices you. You can swear you've seen that symbol engraved on her necklace before. You didn't get this with the letter? Here, take mine. Okay, so I've got a vigil pamphlet. He was a spiritual person. He left instructions. We were asking you to follow closely. Start the vigil. Pray over the body. Clap, bow, bow, clap. That's at 10 p.m., which I think we're already past that. 11 p.m., light the fireplace. 12 a.m., pray over the body. Clap, clap, bow, bow. Okay, 2 a.m. is feed the plant in the study with blood. Okay, uncle. Good shit. 3 a.m. is cover the mirror in the storage room. 5 a.m. end of vigil. Okay, so it's... Let's see, master bedroom. It's 10 p.m. So vigil pamphlet says we need to bow, bow, clap. Let's go ahead and do that. I actually don't... I don't know if this is what you're supposed to do. It may be that this actually makes things worse somehow, but yeah. Bow, bow, clap. And inspect his foot. Okay, there's a symbol on the man's tattoo. You've already copied it onto your pamphlet. So, let's see here. Yep, this symbol. Alright, sounds good. Okay, so that was 10 p.m. So I'll go back out to the dilapidated corridor, and I guess time isn't passing unless I explore the mansion. So yeah, it's still this guy. So I've got that. He's got that scar, and then I've got the other symbol. I should probably remember those 2. They might come up for a puzzle. So we'll go ahead and explore the mansion some more. Cadaver theater. Corpses are strung up on wire like macabre marionettes with painted smiles and rosy cheeks. -2 reason. Yeah, shit's fucked up. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so it might be time to light the fireplace here. Oh, empty bottles. So you can use empty bottles to store water from your shower that you can heal you later on. Remember to hydrate. It protects you from violence. 11 p.m. Light up fireplace. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. You add some spots of dry firewood and add it to the fireplace, +1 reason. I had to pass a perception check for that. I might have just not been able to do that. So far, so good. I guess stuff's going the right way. So I'll go to the storage room here. You shudder instantly, recognizing the room from a newspaper photo. 3 years ago, a man hanged himself here. Why is a vigil held in a place like this? And check the wardrobe. Oh, I found a meat cleaver. Fantastic. So this is a weapon. Which is good, because I have no weapons right now. If you don't have a weapon, you need to try to find one during the combat, which takes precious time. Okay. So far, so good. Back to the dilapidated corridor. Still 11 p.m. Let's explore the mansion some more. Your reflection twists and shimmers when you're looking at it, not looking at it directly. Gozio is getting closer. Plus curse. Resolve event. Okay, my curse is brain damage. -2 knowledge, +10 max reason. Okay, so I guess that's like I'm too woozy to actually be scared, but it's not great. My knowledge already wasn't amazing, and now I'm down to 3. That's going to be tested by random events and stuff, so yeah, not great. Alright, so it's 12 a.m., and... oh, how do I... Oh, that's right, items. Vigil pamphlet. 12 is light, pray over the body, clap, clap, bow, bow. So, back to the master bedroom. Oops. The body, it's missing. Oh, fuck. So this is where it starts, huh? Let's go out to the dilapidated corridor. Where is everybody? Oh, shit. Yep, that's not gonna help me out. Go to the study. Seems somebody has removed all the furniture in this room. The overgrown plant is casting an unsettling shadow. Did I forget to... No, that's 2 a.m. Shit. Well, I guess we need to explore the mansion. There's a local legend about a heartbroken seamstress. One stormy night, she broke into a local inn and stitched the unsuspecting guests together. Her final gruesome artwork. But that's just a legend, right? Check out the sewing machine. Ah, fuck. Okay. Perception check success. On the sewing machine, you spot a strange engraving. When you get closer to investigate, your mind is flooded with forbidden knowledge. You leave the room quickly, gain a spell. So spells can be used in combat. Looks like I gained invisibility. Costs 4 reason, but until the end of the current mystery, there's no doom penalty for escape from combat. I'm actually pretty good right now, so I'm gonna close that. Oh, shit! Sotomura, the itching won't stop. Fill the combat sequence with combat moves and click the launch sequence to attack your enemy. So over here we've got every round it's going to do like this much stamina damage to me. It's got 12 hit points, 5 power, and that's basically how easy it is for me to do damage. So I've got items I can use, or support actions. I've got offensive actions, which are attacks and like ways to charge up attacks, and basically it's about like managing how long it takes to attack versus like what your chance of success are versus how much damage you're doing. There's defensive actions, which my stamina's pretty good, so I'm not going to be doing too many of these, I don't think. And then there's spiritual actions, which are, like I said, you've got claps and bows, and it's the sort of thing where, like, if you don't... I think how this generally works is that, like, you can trial and error to get the sequence correct if you think you can't beat the combat successfully otherwise, and you can pray to exchange reason for stamina, which I currently is exactly the opposite of what I want to do. So I've got a 70% chance to hit with my meat cleaver, just as is. I can also do take up 89 of my 200 time units to do a strong attack, which will do 7 damage. It's got a 70% chance of hitting. So I can do an attack boost, which gives me an extra 10%. So let's see, 89%. So if I do boost, strong attack, boost, strong attack, I've got a decent chance of just taking him out, like a really good chance of just taking him out first turn. So that seems like what I should be doing here. Okay, I don't think that quite went how I wanted it to, but we're gonna re-up that. And how you can actually save your. If I wasn't too cocky, I would have done this. After you put in a sequence, you can save it, so you could just like easily recall it later. But yep. And it was actually needless for me to do that. I should have just done quick attacks because he was so close to death, but whatever. Resolve combat. Okay, you think you can hit the other guests somewhere, but should you risk getting lost yourself? It's 2 a.m., so I should go to the study and feed the plant my blood. Or cut it down. That's interesting. See, again, like, you get to the point where you've done these and you've got every ending and you've figured out how this works. And, like, when I watch, my wife play it, like, she will just instantly know exactly what to do based on the combination of items and characters and, world events and stuff that she has. I'm just full-on guessing here, which is honestly more fun for me. Possibly more fun for you. I'm gonna cut it down. Fuck it. You cut down the bloodthirsty plant. It was a good decision, right? -3% doom. So I suspect if I'd done the other thing, I would have taken stamina loss. This thing, it slows down the doom clock. But it might make the rest of this worse for me, which I'm actually not convinced that was a smart decision. Alright, let's go back to exploring the mansion. Alright, hole-ridden thing. Okay, this is a reference to Sub Jinji Ito story, I think. All right, well, 22 hit points, -1 reason damage. Oh, this sucks. Okay, so defensive actions. Let's see. Obviously, I can dodge and stuff that'll lower his hit chance. I can also run away, and it'll take a 5% doom penalty. I think I'm just... I probably should fight him, but I think I'm going to run away just for time's sake, because I'd like to show more of the game here. Okay. So following a weak wavering cry, you enter a dark room. Inside, you spot a figure hunched in the corner. You recognize the expensive clothes, but this thing can't possibly be human. Oh, look at me! Transformed by her greed, Akane. So I'm guessing that maybe I could get more of the story here, but this looks like one of the relatives who tried to steal something and got cursed for it. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Alright, we're gonna do the boost meat cleaver strat on this because she's got 12 hit points. Fuck, missed that second attack. Well, we're gonna boosty, and that takes 57 time units, so this is just a guaranteed kill. Alright, resolve combat. As the vigil is nearing its end, the whole mansion shakes more and more until the walls start to collapse, revealing the shocking truth about your whereabouts. A voice in your head tells you what to do. Walls of the corridor collapse, revealing an alien landscape. You can taste blood in your mouth as the slimy appendages slowly get closer. It's 4 a.m., 1 hour until dawn. Vigil pamphlet. Okay, 5 a.m. and the vigil. What time is it? Cover the mirror in the storage room. 4 a.m. Oh, I missed the storage room, huh? Where are you? Sacrifice the guest? Oh, that seems like a bad idea. Explore the mansion. Nope, not an option. Is not an option to not do anything but sacrifice the guest. I might be backed into a corner. There might be a tricky thing I could do here that I'm just like too dumb to know about. But all right, here we go. Unseen force leads your hand. You reach for a knife and stab a surprised guest. Conclude the ritual, I guess. The price is paid. A voice booms in your head as everything gets dark. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on the wet grass, the old mansion nowhere to be seen. Standing next to you is a naked, bloated old man. You recognize a tattoo on the man's toe. It's your deceased grand uncle. With a coarse voice, he explains the ritual. You try to keep up with him, but you're weak and your head spins. The death toll must remain the same. 2 die and 2 survive. You feel like vomiting as the old man who's cheated death disappears behind the trees. Everything gets dark. Well, that sucked. The man who you thought was your uncle has cheated death, making you an accessory to murders. You know police officers won't believe you when you tell them the truth, and do your best to forget the nightmares you left behind. Knowledge is key, plus 30 XP. There's still hope, minus 3% doom. Tie passes 1 day. Mystery solved! Yeah! You fucking aced it! I imagine that was one of the worst endings you could get. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if you told me that there's a much worse one. So we get a random event. Riots. Dangerous bands of riots are gathering in downtown area. The police are hopeless. Okay, so this is the lighthouse, so I'll be able to take this on once I finish all the mysteries. So I get a mailbox key. Okay. Oof. Rough shit. Let's see, status. Okay. I'm just gonna, quickly double-check everything. Yep, perks. Okay. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and restore reason. I didn't actually take a lot of damage there, but I remember I lost a little bit. Oh, I can also, did I automatically fill the bottle, or did I I must have forgot to do that while I was in the bath area. Oh, well. So I've got Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape, Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlit Sailors, Rotten Reports of a Rancid Ramen, and Alarming Count of Normal Arts. We're gonna do Rancid Ramen. Okay, out of the thin air, a brand new ramen restaurant opens in town. It's adored by everyone. Once people take a bite, they can't stop. Day and night, the queues stretch out the door. The shambling customers stuff themselves, dish after dish, while the blind owner sits silently behind the counter, grinning and polishing his gleaming knives. You're determined to discover what makes this ramen so enticing. What is its true power? Dog meat? Human meat? Flesh of the gods themselves? I think if there's one mystery where it's like... Oh, there's a little finger there. There's one mystery where it's going to be just totally mundane. It's probably going to be this one. To advance a mystery, investigate circled location. As you progress the location, the rules may change. So, you can go around town, do various things, but, like, nothing will progress the mystery except doing whatever's circled. I'm actually going to go into options and see... let's change to a new palette. Ooh, this is a little too alarming. I feel like this is going to be eye-bleeding to look at. There's one that I like here. Let's see if I can find it. I think it might be this one. It's hard to tell until I see something that's a different color. Anyway, so we can also go downtown, we can go to the hospital, school, seaside, forest, village, and some of these I think, like, yeah, like, have definitely different stuff, like, shop for items here. Got the little sheepy shopkeeper from that one, like, viral news story. That sheepy retired. So, shopping for items takes precious time, plus 4% doom. That's actually, they sell a shopping bag that has that on it, like they as in like the publisher, and I actually own that, and that's our go-to, like, a reusable bag. Come to think of it, do I actually have any money? I forget where you see how much money you have on the interface. It seems like we probably don't have a lot of money. Maybe the reason I'm not seeing it is because if I did, we would see it. Funds. So let's try to buy a camera. Sure. Okay, so I did buy that. So presumably I do have funds, and I just don't. Oh, right. It's there under charisma. 2 funds. Okay, so you can also go to the police station to turn your experience combat encounters into funds, which I almost wonder if that's borrowed from the Arkham Horror board game. It seems like there's a lot of inspiration of that game going into this, too. The food critic has a manic look as he describes the ramen. His description makes your stomach churn. So there's, like, lots of, like, as you do stuff, like, the story happens often, like, little boxes around the kind of interface, which I think is kind of... It's fun. Like, you don't really see that style of storytelling in modern games. That was much more a thing, like, in older games where you couldn't really have, like, cutscenes or diegetic scenes were harder than just, like, making an interface where you play the game in much the same way you'd run a nuclear power plant. But we're going to investigate apartments. So, when you stop by home to pick up your lunch, you find a pile of letters in your mailbox. Let's read the letters. Staying up late increases your current case, has really increased your electricity bill. Oh shit, minus 2 funds. I'm fucking broke! Oh, good thing I bought that camera. So, dumpster dive, discard 2 item cards to complete this quest. Fuck. I don't really have items, and I'm not sure how to get more besides this empty bottle in this camera. Let's see. So I could visit different school locations, which all cost doom. If I go to the schoolyard, so there's 3 school kids, which I'm a 24-year-old. I'm really not sure why I'm doing this. You get the latest gossip, which, did you hear there's a clip nearby of strangely shaped shoals? Yeah, that's just straight up Junji Ito. How'd you do on your English exam? Have you heard about this computer program that? I don't know if this is ever plot critical, or like if it's only plot critical in certain mysteries. You can also observe. You can share a creepy story, which will cost XP, but it'll make them more likely to pass the ask to join you event, which will turn them into allies. Observe. Yeah, okay. So let's see if any of these guys look shaken. She looks a little shaken, so let's share a creepy story and see if that works. It's just a story, right? Looks nervous. Alright. I can also force to help me, which that seems like a bad idea. Ask to join me. It sounds strange, but I believe you. Okay, so we now have student F, which gives me +1 strength. Huzzah! So we're gonna... You can see the restaurant through the staircase's window. You watch the door for hours, but never see any cook enter nor leave. If I keep investigating apartments, I might find a new item. Oh, okay, right. This isn't a quest critical. That's right. Quests are optional. I forgot. So if you complete the quest, you get something, but you don't have to do it. So we're just gonna investigate apartments. You see, my little ally follow me now. Mr. Odo, your neighbor. I think this is just Junji Ito. Mr. Odo, your neighbor, is a horror manga artist. He's struggling to come up with a satisfying ending for his new story. Share your experience, let him come up with his own stuff. What's that picture? Let's share our experience. Incredible, he shouts in excitement. How'd you come up with this stuff? Sounds like story will be a huge hit. He pays you a token of appreciation. So we got 2 funds back in exchange for 15 XP. The only true way to investigate is to get into the restaurant yourself. So I think I still need to keep investigating before I can do that. A woman jumps out of an apartment covered in blood, gore. Between sobs, she tries to explain what happened. She was taking a shower when suddenly the shower head started spraying blood. A trail of blood leads into the dark apartment. I'm going to check the bathroom. You don't find anything. The smell of blood makes you weak. -1 stamina. Okay. Alright. It seems that you are not the only one wanting to try for yourself. You stand in line for hours, your questions fall on deaf ears, and you're shunned. So we're going to investigate downtown. Experts are baffled by the sudden appearance of 20 stone statues lined up in the row in the middle of the park. You can cast 1 spell without paying anything. So, this might be like... It's 3 O's or 3 circles as a, like, XXX, like, just, you know, we're not saying who this is. I couldn't tell you what that means exactly. This is kind of wild stab based on the fact this has come up a few times. The smell around the restaurant is overpowering. Grease, rot, and... Is that blood you smell? Investigating again. Okay, and we're fighting Tsuta-chan, which I think this is a random monster? Yeah, because it's not appearing in the story bar. So 19 HP, -2 stamina damage, 20 power. Alright, let's see. -2 stamina is pretty hefty, and for 20 power, let's see, yeah, it's a 55% chance to hit outright. That's not great. So this is going to be 3 good hits with the meat cleaver at 55% chance. So let's see. Let's try dodge for 96. And this costs 85 time units, so... fuck, I can only do 1 of those. And now, is there anything else I can fill in here? I don't think so. I think everything costs more than that in terms of time units. Yeah, we'll just launch the sequence and see what happens. Alright, that was a hit. And I seem to have gotten away with it for the most part, so we're just going to do that again. And this time I'm going to save it, because that's what I should have done in the first place. Save. Launch sequence. Okay. So far, so good. One more time. Bam! Resolve combat. What I should have done on that last turn was, instead of dodging, I should have saved up to... like, increase the attack multiple times, and then just launch that, because that would have been guaranteed at that point. They attack after you do, so if you can kill someone, you should. It's finally your turn to order. 1 ramen, please. The owner's grid widens. Here we go. Walking through the park, you find a little girl crying alone in the playground. When you ask what's wrong, she says that she can't find her mommy. Luckily, you spot the girl's address on a backpack lying nearby. Take her home. You offer to take her home. When you get there, the terrified mother slams the door in your face. From behind the door, she starts screaming to get the girl away. The little girl calmly tells you that she can take it from here. Oh, I like that. Plus 10 XP, -2 stamina, which that's not great. You can see we're kind of bloodied. The red bowl is pushed into your face. It's so crowded that you're forced to sit on the floor. Okay. Let's fucking go. While you walk through the crowded face, someone bumps into you and apologizes, realize what's happening. They stole your wallet, you quickly grab their arm, and they drop it before disappearing into the crowd. Ha ha ha, gotta wake up pretty early in the morning. With a slick hand, you fill a vial with the soup and walk out without tasting the weird dish. Okay, so this is pretty much it now. We're going to a lab, and we're investigating the contents. With the pulling of some delicate strings, you get the ramen into a lab. While handing over the gathered material, you hesitate. What should you send to the laboratory? So I clearly missed something important here, but just the soup. A mere day later, your friend rings your door. Her face is pale, and in a shaky hand, she holds an analysis sheet. You usher and bolt the door. You feel ill looking at the charts. While they couldn't identify some of the particles, they did discover highly addictive drugs in the broth. The ramen restaurant must be closed immediately. A week later, police and officials stand where the ramen restaurant used to be. Nothing remains but a gap in the street and aimless, confused customers. You'd like to believe that was the end of it, but snippets in newspapers from other cities unsettle you. Brief articles about an exciting new ramen restaurant opening and its mysterious owner keep showing up. You can no longer eat noodles without feeling ill. So, again, I feel like we probably didn't get a great ending here, but knowledge is key, plus 30 XP, -3% doom, plus 1 day. So, old gods stir, new effects. What? I'd sworn it was Monday, not Tuesday, right? Alright. So we get another key, bath. This time remember to fill the water bottle. And obviously we're going to need that stamina regen. Hey! Washed all the blood shit off my face. Fantastic. Oh, right. So we gained a level, which you can pick a perk or you can re-roll them, and you add something. Sometimes it's good to add it to stamina reason if you're in a combat at the time and you just went down to the negatives, because whenever you start an encounter with negative, that's the end of the run. So increasing my stamina also might be nice by 4. Let's see, nothing in stamina. Yeah, my stats are kind of decent. I'm okay with them anyway. So art knowledge +1 perception, leadership -1 charisma, natural ability. So luck. Let's increase our luck. I don't like our luck very much. Back at your home, you think of your next move. Yep, start a new mystery. So we're going to do at least one more mystery here. Alarming count of abnormal arts. Let's do the Moonlight Sailors. It began with one fisherman who dragged something truly awful from the belly of the ocean. A dark, writhing ooze that mesmerized him beyond control. He hid himself away for a week, adoring it, not to be seen until one moonlit night, when a young girl spotted his boat drifting away. A single lantern swinging at the helm, and the captivated fisherman singing eerily to his catch. Now more and more fishermen have begun to find the vile oozes in their nets, and one by one, they're disappearing. Soon the ocean will have taken them all. Alright, so investigate downtown. Sure, let's go for it. Through the dirty restaurant window, you notice a shady-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He steps in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around as if he's checking for any unwanted followers. What could it mean? I think Call of Police is probably gonna restore reason or lower doom at best. Let's follow him. Failure of perception. Door's locked, but you can't. But you think you can repeat the knocking pattern the suspicious man used. Nothing happens. Alright. Although you braved the stench for hours, you glean nothing besides the fact the fisherman had a wife. Perhaps you should pay her a visit? So we're investigating. Seeing the two chopped off heads, you can't help but wonder. Who's been preparing your food for the past week? I don't entirely get this, but let's research occult notes. Reading the ramblings of a madman has made you sick, -2 reason. So, when you arrive at the fisherman's house, it stands long vacated. Peering in through the dusty window, you recoil in shock. So if you're getting confused, remember, all those events that happened, before I reach this point, are just random. They don't necessarily have anything to do with the case. At least I don't think so. So now we can travel to the mansion. We can also investigate downtown again. So I think there's dividends to, investigating areas you're not necessarily supposed to. You can hear a faint sobbing sound coming from an alleyway nearby. There you approach a man on his knees. When you take a step closer, he suddenly stops and perks up. You can hear a nauseating sound of tearing skin. Oh shit, glued corpse. This is bad. -1 to all, so he's gonna hit both stamina and reason. 22 hit points, 8 power, not a lot of power, so I've got a decent chance of hitting. Oof, alright. I can dodge. Which, if it's stamina and reason, I've got high of both, but, let's see. Yeah, let's dodge this turn, and we'll put everything into one attack. Oop, that was... Wait, why did dodge take 144? Oh, because my dex isn't great, I guess. Or because of his power, maybe? Yeah, alright. No, I'm just gonna risk taking the hit here. So yeah, we're gonna do that. It didn't work out super great for me, but fuck it. We're just gonna have to. This is it. This is the play, I guess. Actually, here. Okay, so I may as well put everything into this attack to ensure that it hits. Okay, and we're just gonna do this a couple more times and hope for the best. Alright, there we go. Resolve combat. So, I forget if there's reasons to investigate. I think there often are reasons to investigate areas that aren't necessarily what you're supposed to investigate. Like Seaside, for example. Sometimes it brings up stuff that's relevant to the mystery. We'll search the body and see what I get. Inside the man's pocket, you find documents that are all strangely dry. Did the man really drown, or was he brought here? Resolve event. We'll try that one more time just to see if something comes up. Can't shake the feeling these small dock buildings hide some terrible secrets. Plus 2% doom. Nope, guess not. It might just be... Oh, shit. Badly bleeding. Oh, wow. Twice, huh? Damn. Also, I'm out of cigs. So I guess I should go to the shop and get some, right? Let's see. Downtown shop for items. Cigarettes. Good thing I had those 2 funds. Yeah, discard 2 item cards. So let's let's drink this water and then discard the empty bottle. And you find a huge pile of nets and hooks prepared for the big hunt. You quickly throw them into the ocean. Maybe that'll stop them from sailing out. So that at least helped. I guess if I dumpster dived, that may have given me the extra thing. So yeah, it may not be investigating other areas. I might just be doing the side quests. I really like. There's a lot to understand about this game, and I really barely am competent enough to do this failed playthrough. Probably failed playthrough. The whole building begins to shake as you enter the room. Suddenly, a stone pillar bursts through the floor where you stood just seconds ago. Noticing the arcane symbols painted on the stone, you take a step closer. You know, we're just gonna finish this playthrough, and I'm just gonna upload this as multiple episodes. Let's see. Study the symbols. I don't have a high knowledge, so that seems like a bad idea. I mean, it might be perception-based, but retreat from the room. Let's touch the stone. Fuck it. Dexterity check success. When your fingers touch the stone, the symbols disappear. That's a good thing, right? You know what? I agree. Definitely a good thing. The fisherman's wife lies in the kitchen, mutilated and covered with black marks. Oh, that's bad. Well, let's try again, I guess. On the other side of the dark hallway, you realize this isn't the same mansion you were in. It's a familiar one. Your car outside, blood dripping down the walls, and something hurtling toward you. This has got to be some kind of sick joke to put you back in here. Confront. You won't be weak anymore. You're not running away. You're not going to let yourself run away. Not anymore. Not again. Never, never again. For the sake of everyone you left to die, you're going to stand and fight like you always should have. Prepare for combat. A nauseating smell of disemboweled corpse hits your nose. That thing that slaughtered your friends is here. Why'd you come back? 32 hit points, minus 3 stamina, 10 power. Holy fuck. Okay, yeah, can't run from this encounter, fuck! Well, I guess I better use my 6, huh? Shit, okay. 32 hit points. 75% chance to hit. That's not bad. At this point, I think the only chance I have of getting this is just to, like, absolutely maximize damage on a given round. Just, like, attack as many times as possible. Well, that's 81 to you. So, let's see. 1 strong attack. No. Yeah, no, that's better. And I can increase the chance of hit, right? Okay, I've got another 10, so one of those could be slightly better than the other. Yeah, just gonna hope for the best here. So at this rate, I could take, like, 4 hits. Maybe 5. I guess, like, if this is the last encounter of the mystery, maybe 5. Maybe I can go into the negatives with 4 hits. And at this rate, I'm doing 8 damage per turn, so that's 4 turns. I really just have to hope that she misses. I don't feel like I have enough time to dodge is the problem, because dodging is going to take... that's 144 TU. That's going to be all I'm doing. So yeah, I don't think this is going to go well, but fuck it. Okay, well that was not ideal, but I did manage to hit her. Like, I managed to, like, hit both my attacks, so if this is going to succeed, it's so far so good. Okay, yeah, I don't know, actually. This seems bad. Alright, we're in the negs, so wish me luck. Oh, fuck. Whew. Resisting the unknown horrors take its toll on your health. Weakened, you finally succumb to your injuries alone as the dust settles upon your open eyes. Reality starts to crumble. So that is, in fact, a failed playthrough. I'm going to do this again at some point. I'm just going to commit to that. Maybe there'll just be another episode next week or something. But, yeah, that was a 42-minute playthrough. I solved 2 mysteries, saw 17 events, encountered 6 new enemies, and unlocked 2 new achievements. And apparently this is like how you do funeral portraits. Okay, yeah. Well, That's World of Horror. It's not my worst playthrough.